Deputy President, on the 16th of September this year, it will be the first anniversary of the death of Mahsa Jina Amini. It's very important that this House recognise that date, recognise the appalling circumstances of her death, and reflect on the events in Iran over the past year. She was only 22 years old. Mahsa Amini was arrested by religious police for the crime of allegedly not wearing a hijab in accordance with government standards.
I know what your point of order is going to be, Mr Buckingham. I'm sorry to jump over the top of you. Can members please keep it down? If you've got conversations, please take them outside. I myself am having great difficulties hearing Mr Murphy, and I'm sure Mr Buckingham does as well. Please proceed.
CBC News reported on the 20th of September last year, and I quote, "The Law Enforcement Command of the Islamic Republic of Iran, in an attempt to quell national concern over the circumstances of her death, stated that she had a heart attack at a police station, collapsed and fell into a coma before being transferred to a hospital." Many other witnesses that were detained at the same time as Amini, reported that she was severely beaten and that she died as a result of police brutality while in custody. Unfortunately, she's not the first, and she is unlikely to be the last woman in Iran to die in police custody after asserting her rights and freedoms. Amini's death sparked widespread protests in Iran, and Iran Human Rights have since reported that at least 185 people have been killed as a result of the government's crackdown on the protests, including from the use of live rounds, beatings and other mysterious deaths in custody of alleged protesters. The circumstances of Amini's death and the actions of the government of Iran against its own citizens must be investigated, and the United Nations independent investigation into human rights violations, along with the Commonwealth sanctions against those responsible in Iran, should be supported. This motion acknowledges the 10-point plan for the future of Iran, which includes, firstly, rejection of clerical rule, secondly, freedom of speech, freedom of political parties, freedom of assembly, freedom of the press and the internet, thirdly, a commitment to individual and social freedoms and rights in accordance with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, fourth, separation of religion and state and freedom of religions and faiths, five, gender equality in the realms of political, social, cultural and economic rights, and equal participation of women in political leadership. Six, an independent judiciary and legal system consistent with international standards, based on the presumption of innocence, the right to defence counsel, right of appeal, and the right to be tried in a public court, and the full independence of judges. And in summary, 7, autonomy for ethnic minorities in Iran, 8, equal opportunity in employment, 9, protection and rehabilitation of the environment, and 10, a non-nuclear Iran. Now, these things are all basic human rights and liberties, rights that should be enjoyed by all human beings on this planet, no matter which nation they happen to live in. They're rights that we need to recognise as a result of Amini's death, that the people of Iran for the past year have been fighting for, and I urge everyone in this House to support this motion as amended.